Guys, I am back to film my book haul for the month of October 2020. Caveat this, it's actually the 19th of October when I'm filming this, so technically not the end of the month yet. But I have quite a few books already because this is Lindsay and Why Are We Not Surprised? So I figured I would film it now. I am going to visit my cousins this upcoming weekend. And of course, we are going to go to McKay's and the bookstores and things like that, because that's what I do. So I will be probably having another weekend haul after that. And what I plan on doing for that weekend haul is to film basically any other random books that happen to come in that I pre-ordered for like the 19th through the end of October, as well as all the things that I actually bought when I went out with them, because I'm hoping to find some Funkos, because my goal is to see if I can find the Evolution Funkos that are like out now, because I want them, especially Vaporeon, because that was my baby. But yeah, so I'll probably do a weekend haul, because I have a feeling I will buy stuff, because this is me and I can't help myself. But I wanted to film this haul now, because I keep buying books, you know. So anyways, just like usual, I will do the non-romance books first, and then I will focus on the romance, because the bulk of them are romance, because why are we not surprised? Okay, and then of course I will focus on big to small. So the first non-romance book that I ended up getting was me trying to finalize my Riley Sager collection. So Riley Sager's got 4 books out so far, and I had the newest 2. When I went to McKay's, not last time, but maybe last time, I'd ended up finding one of his books there too. Beat up copy, but it was still hardback, and it was fine. So the only one I was missing from Riley Sager was Final Girls. So I ended up looking off of eBay, and I found a brand new copy, and it was actually a pretty darn cheap brand new copy, so I was not gonna complain. It's a book of the month copy, which technically I'm okay with, because I think all 4 of my copies are book of the month, or maybe at least 3 out of the 4, but whatever. So this one is, first there were 3, then there were 2, Can There Only Ever Be One Final Girl? So this is basically 10 years ago, a college student named Quincy went on vacation with 5 friends and came back alone, the only survivor of a horror movie scale massacre. In the instant, she became a member of a club no one wants to belong to, a group of similar survivors known in the press as the Final Girls. Lisa, who lost 9 sorority sisters to a college dropout knife, Sam, who went up against the sack man during her shift at the Nightlight Inn, and now Quincy, who ran bleeding through the woods to escape Pine Cottage and the man she referred to only as him. The 3 girls are all attempting to put their nightmares behind them all, and with that, one another. Despite the media attempts, they never meet. Now Quincy's doing well, thanks to a Xanax prescription. She has a fiance, a baking blog, a beautiful apartment, a therapeutic dog, but her memories won't allow her to recall the event of that night. The past is in the past. That is until Lisa, the first final girl, is found dead. Well, buddy. So that's what that one sounds like. I need to read this one, and what was the other one that I had from him that I haven't read yet? I don't remember. It's somewhere. The other one that I haven't read. The first 2 are the 2 that I have not read. So then I ended up getting this one, which actually I think was a recommendation from April Sarah's like books that were coming out this month, and it sounded awesome. So I mean, look at the cover. That is gorgeous. So this is when their father descends into madness after the death of their mother, Verity and her little sister Lila find themselves on an orphan train to rural Arkansas. In Wheeler, 11-year-old Lila is quickly adopted, but 17-year-old Verity is not. Desperate to stay close to her sister, Verity indentures herself as a farmhand. But even charming farm boy Abel can't completely distract her from the sense that something is not quite right in the little town. Strange local superstitions abound, especially about the eerie old well at the center of the forest. The woods play tricks, unleashing heavy fog and bone-chilling cold, and sometimes visions of things that aren't there. Yep, it's ghosty. That's it. That's why I had to buy it. And then I think, let me see. Yeah, everything else is romance. Okay, so this is the last book. This is a thriller. Sadly, I ended up buying this one because of Gabby liking it. And then, she had recommended it as a possible book that she wanted to read in one of her things, and it sounded cool because it basically sounded, it's a ghost story. So I was like all over it. Granted, she did not like it, so it'll be interesting to see how I feel about this. But it's basically a guy who collects, like, cookbooks from cannibals, Hangman's News, snuff films, like random eclectic things. And then he ends up purchasing a curiosity that arrives at his door in a black heart-shaped box, a dead man's suit still inhabited by the spirit of the late owner. Ghosts. So we'll see if I like it, because she did not. Hopefully the ghosts win out, but we'll see. But anyways, that's everything that's a non-romance book, so yeah. Okay, so next off, romance books. Look at that cover, kids. Love in the Wild. This is a Tarzan retelling. I had to. It just sounds amazing. So yes, I got this one. A romantic Tarzan retelling. I'm all in. The cover's amazing. Yes. So next off, we have got the Lost Love Song. Quite a few people had this on their, releases that they were looking forward to coming out in October, so I snagged it. It's basically about a pianist who is about to marry her longtime fiance. She composed a beautiful song for him, which she finishes while on tour, but before she can play it, she dies, apparently. And in Australia, the world has gone silent for Ari, who's the fiance, as he struggles to cope with her loss. In Scotland, a woman named Vivi is taking stock of her life after the end of another lackluster almost relationship. Years of wandering the globe and failing to publish her poetry has taken their toll, and Evie might finally be ready to find what her travels have never been able to give her, a real home. Through a quirk of fate, Diana's song is passed, the song she never got to play for her fiancé before she passed away, is passed from musician to musician, and it brings those, two lost souls together. It sounds emotional, it sounds whimsical, it sounds really interesting, so I had to pick it up. And then the rest of them are mass markets. Let me see if any of these actually came out. Okay, so this one actually came out last month, but it didn't come out in time for me doing my haul, so I just threw it in this one. So this one technically came out the end of September, and that is A Little Country Christmas. So this is just 4 short stories in a bind-up of Christmas. It sounded cute. I apparently have so much Christmas now that I want to read. I'm not sure if they're all going to get read, because I'm going to basically have November and December to read a boatload of Christmas. We'll see. So I think that is everything that I got that actually was like a pre-order. So everything else is just random books I bought because I have no control. So next off is Melanie Curtis, Can't Hurry Love. I know Shae really enjoyed this one, so I figured I would give it a shot, because I think the second book in this Sunshine Valley novel is actually out. Is it Christmas? Is that why I grabbed this one? I don't remember, but this is Heads Over Heels in Love. Lola Williams gave up everything to marry Randy, including a promising career in New York City. Now, after 1 year of marriage and 1 year of widowhood, she finds herself stranded in Sunshine, Colorado, reeling from the revelation that Randy had secrets she never could have imagined. She swore she's done with love forever, but the matchmaking ladies at the Sunshine Valley Widows Club have different ideas. Yeah. And then basically she asks the sheriff of the town, who also feels like he's unlucky in love, if he will help her uncover Randy's hidden life. And, you know, the widow girls try to match them up, because what fun. And then the next one we got was My Fake Rake. This one I grabbed off of Amazon. I wish I could remember who. Someone had recommended this one, saying that this one was really cute, and it's basically like, I think this is the one that they were talking about. Yes, so they're both like nerds. So Lady Grace is content as a wallflower, focusing on scientific pursuits rather than the complications of society matches. But when a handsome celebrity naturalist returns from abroad, Grace wishes for once to be noticed. Her solution is to build the perfect man who will court her publicly to help her catch his eye. So she uses her best friend, who is also a nerd, who also has no clue how to romance people, how to, like, become, like, a hot stud to, like, court her so that the other guy will notice her finally. And it just sounds amazing. Everyone said it was super cute. So I was like, yes please, I will grab that because it sounds fun. And then the next one I ended up getting, once again, another recommendation from someone whose name I am blanking on. I will try to remember these better. But this is a paranormal romantic suspense, and someone was like, I'm gonna read it for, October because it sounds amazing. And even the cover, that looks Phantom Evil. Yeah, that sounds cool. And this is like the first one in a series. So it's a secret government unit, a group of renegade paranormal investigators, yeah, and a murder no one else can track. Though haunted by the recent deaths of two teammates, Jackson Crow knows that the living commit the most heinous crimes. A police officer utilizing her paranormal intuition, Angela, already has her hands full of mystery and bloodshed, but one assignment calls to them too strong to resist. In a historic mansion in New Orleans, French Quarter, a senator's wife falls to her death. Most think she jumps, some say she was pushed, and yet others believe she was beckoned by the ghostly spirit inhabiting the house, once the site of a serial killer's grisly work. Paranormal. Okay, guys. Ghosts. I'm obsessed with ghosts. You know this. I'm, like, obsessed with paranormal, like Ghost Nation, Paranormal State. I watched that one that was on. Ghost Hunters. Kindred Spirits. I watch all of them. So when this popped up as, like, Paranormal Investigators, I was like, yes please. And it's a long-running series, so I'm, like, super excited. So that is the first book. I would love to try and read that, like, soon. Like November. But we'll see, because I have so much Christmas to read. And then the next off, I ended up getting these two, which I need to actually read these Harlequin romances that I keep getting, but they're, like, cheap, and they look super cute. So I got two books from the Love Inspired line. Her twins' cowboy dad, and her cowboy's twin blessing. And, I mean, their covers are so cute. They're so cute. So, I mean, a cowboy committed to bachelorhood until these little Montana twins change everything. Two stubborn hearts, one ranch. Could Montana twins unite them? I mean, they just sound cute. They sound fluffy. They look like they're around 200 pages, so they're gonna be like short reads, and they sound so freaking cute. So I ended up getting those. So the next two lots, one was a giveaway that I won, and one was books that I got from Target. So I'll do the Target ones first. So here's the funny thing about Target. Like, I always go into Target. When I go into Target, I'm always, like, looking in the books. I never, like, looked close enough into the books. So, like, the books are, like, like a row. Like, here's the books on this side of the row. Like, And there's like, you know, the young adult, there's the book club picks, and then on the other side of the wall, like this is Lindsay shit trying to explain it, are like the thrillers and other things like that. So like this is where I've been like focusing. I did not realize that on the end cap there was just a boatload of paperback romance books, and I was like, oh, this is a thing? So I finally found out last time I went to Target, had a mini heart attack, and went through them all, so got 3. Christmas. Mostly Christmas. Okay, let's do the one non-Christmas. Okay. So this is I guess a bind-up from a Highlander book from Lindsay Sands and Hannah Hallwell. As much as I don't like Lindsay being spelled that way, I still wanted to pick up something that was by someone who had the same name as me, because I'm weird. So this is the Eternal Highlanders. They are cousins bound by far more than blood ties and the rugged Highland landscape their clans call home. The ancient curse of their ancestry has fated them to live by night with an unquenchable thirst that neither can tame. The only thing that can save their souls is marriage to outlanders, mortals whose untainted blood will weaken the curse of their children and break the chains of fear that have made their clan a breed apart. Bridget and Ava are the women who will shape the clan's destiny. Marriage to these strange and mysterious men will rescue each of them from desperate circumstances, drawing them into webs of danger, desire, and intrigue. So, I've wanted to read Highlander since I know Shae has been thoroughly enjoying reading Highlander books. So, I ended up picking this one up because it was there. And then, of course, Christmas. So, I keep picking up Debbie McComb. I hope I like her because I keep picking her up because she just has so many Christmas books. So this one's A Season of Angels. It is basically 3 angels that are trying to answer someone's prayers, and it just sounds super cute. Shirley, she's sent to help 9-year-old Timmy Potter, who longs for a new father. And although her mother Jody has vowed never to trust any man, Shirley is determined to help her find love. I mean, it just sounds cute. It's just angels helping them find love. It sounds adorable, so I picked it up. Then the other one is The Gift of Love. So this is 2 other Christmas stories. The Gift of Christmas and the Matchmakers. The Gift of Christmas. This year, Ashley has finished her education, launched her career, and affirmed her faith, and now she's in a position to pay Cooper back the money he lent her for college. She's achieved all of her goals except one, and it has to do with Cooper, the man she fell in love with years ago. Ashley hopes that the offer of her heart is the greatest gift she can give him. And then the Matchmakers, which is the reason why I bought it, because single mom Dory is suddenly under pressure to find a new father for her 11-year-old son. Her son, however, has already chosen the guy, former pro football player Gavin Parker. As it turns out, Gavin's daughter wants her dad to marry too. It's kids, matchmaking, yeah. So, there's that. And then the last 2, I ended up winning from a giveaway by Carrie's Nest, I believe is her name. I will put her YouTube channel down below. She does a lot of unboxings, and I love watching unboxings. And she does Bake Rate, which is one I was considering trying out because I canceled so many of the young adult ones. I was thinking about trying Bake Rate out, but not sure yet. We'll figure it out. But anyways, she ended up doing a giveaway on the books from one of the boxes since they weren't her jam. So she gave me a couple other things, but obviously I'm only showing off the books, and then she did give me the card, which is really cool. So that was the card from the author's note for this one. And then I ended up getting the first 2 books in the series, so it is A Touch of Stone and Snow and A Heart of Blood and Ashes. So, a generation ago, the Western realm were embroiled in an endless war. Then the destroyers came. From the blood and ash he left behind, a traitorous alliance rose between the barbaric side of Pratha and the walled kingdom of the south. Their alliance is all that stands against the return of an ancient evil, until the barbarian king and queen are slain in an act of bloody betrayal. So yeah, they're like dark fantasy. So I'm definitely interested in them. I know a lot of people actually like that series, so thank you so much, Carrie, for that giveaway. But anyways, that is everything that I've gotten so far for the month of October. We'll see you guys later for the weekend haul, which will have more stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this book haul. I will see you guys later for the next video. Everyone have a very good rest of the day. Bye!